Hey, I woke up early today. I didn't feel like spending all my morning in bed, and you didn't seem like you were going to wake up anytime soon. Yeah, you were pretty out of it. I didn't want to stay in bed. I left you some water and stuff on your bedside table. I guess I woke up early because I fell asleep pretty early last night. For once, I couldn't stay awake waiting for you. I know, I usually do, but I was feeling tired. Why would I be annoyed? I didn't know how late you were going to be coming back, and I didn't hear you come in. Well, I'm sorry that you were sad when you found me fast asleep. No, why would I have a problem with you staying out late? And did you just call me grumpy? I'm not grumpy, and I'm not annoyed. I did wait up for you originally, like I usually do. And then I saw all your snaps, and decided it would be better to go to sleep rather than wait for you to get home. Believe me, it was for both our sake. What do you mean, what do I mean? Your story painted quite the colourful picture. You certainly didn't need me around. And I wasn't going to argue with you while you were that drunk. There would be no point. You don't even remember using your phone. That's always a good indicator. Just check your phone. Just oh. No, keep going. It gets better. So, you want to ask me again, am I annoyed? You can't begin to imagine how crappy that makes me feel. She does this every single time when I'm not around. This kind of behaviour, or some version of it, and I have to hear it or see it from someone else. This time I didn't have to travel too far to find it. It was plastered all over your story. Look at how she was falling all over you. You know I don't trust her, and she's proven time and time again that she can't be trusted. Do you really believe that those snaps were just normal? Just standard and not a problem at all? Then why are you trying to downplay it? Babe, I'm already angry and upset. And I have been, since last night. Trying to downplay it now isn't going to make those feelings disappear. I just don't get why this happened. Call me jealous, call me possessive, call me whatever you want. I'm not okay with this. Yeah, I would prefer if you just tell me what happened, rather than you trying to protect my feelings, because I can tell you that's not going to work. She was pretty present for someone who wasn't supposed to be there. So she rubs other people the wrong way too. How does she end up at these things? And that doesn't really explain your radio silence. I'm not expecting you to message me all night. And you know I'm not like that. Yeah, I've done that before. First one to check their phones pays for drinks. I was wondering why you'd been a little quiet. No, I don't expect anything towards the end of the night. Not that you make much sense at that point anyway. What do you mean? Your phone was missing for most of the night. So she took your phone and posted all those snaps without you even realizing. I don't know what to say. It doesn't make me feel a whole lot better. Her behavior was just as questionable the last time you all went out, particularly when it comes to you, and always when I'm not there. That's not just how she is, that's who she chooses to be. You can see the difference. I had a look at some of the other stories. Lo and behold, she didn't try to take any of their phones to post things on. That privilege was reserved just for you. Someone needs to have a talk with her about boundaries. If you don't, then I certainly will. You think I won't? After last night's antics, I'll happily sit down and talk to her. Because last time, I thought I was overthinking things or blowing them out of proportion. because after all, I wasn't there, was I? This is one too many times for it to just be in my head. And I'm not the only one who sees it. Now everybody's seen it. I'm sorry you feel like that. I think all of this justifies a serious talk with her about boundaries. I know you only see her every now and then things like this happen whenever you do. I'm not going to sit here and try and psychoanalyze her intentions. I don't want to presume anything and cause us any more stress with overthinking about it all. It doesn't help us or the situation she's put us in. Trying to set clear boundaries is not an overreaction. I think it should be taught as a life skill. If someone's making you uncomfortable, invading your personal space, or causing you mental distress, then for your own sake, you should be able to communicate your boundaries to protect your peace of mind. The exception being, of course, if it's not safe to do so. But in this case, it would be silly not to. It may be a little awkward, but I'm here for you. And the age-old analogy, imagine if it was the other way around. Whenever I go out, there's always one particular person who would be inappropriate. Wouldn't it bother you? Yeah, I would say that's an understatement. And for argument's sake, let's say it was a guy, because there's a double standard with girls. It's just as bad, but it's always downplayed. So yeah, one of my male co-workers does all of that with me and then puts it on my Snapchat just for you to see. Exactly. You'd be livid, and I'd be a tiny bit worried if you didn't feel something of the sort. No, not jealousy. I wouldn't boil it down to that. And it's certainly not about not trusting you. Of course I trust you. The whole thing has left a bitter taste in my mouth, and I'm left feeling upset more than anything else. I feel better now that we've talked about it. No, we weren't going to have this conversation last night. It would have been drunk you, trying to make me feel better and mollycoddling me. I didn't want to go to sleep upset and angry, but I didn't have any other choice. Yeah, I really needed to talk to you. It was eating away at me. Do you promise? Okay. Hey, me being jealous is not cute. I'm not encouraging that idea, and you should be very careful. You're only just out of the danger zone. Yeah, the danger zone, where breakfast and breakfast cuddles and kisses might be denied. I would dare. The question is, what are you going to do about it? Demand? You'll have to do better than that. You can't just take something because you want it. Maybe I'll let you this one time. You want to make us breakfast? I think calling it breakfast is pushing it at this time. I could give you brunch at a push. It's almost lunchtime. But I think you have maybe 2 or 3 minutes left. A late brunch. Yeah, I like the sound of that. In a few minutes, though. I want to hug you for a bit longer. I didn't get to last night. Yeah, I'm sorry too. Actually, tell a lie. I did get to hug you a little bit last night. I think the time was... Yeah. How did you know? Were you awake? You should have said something. You thought I did all that in my sleep. I'd hug you like that if I was awake. If I was sleeping, I'm out like a rock. No, you can't say you have a secret and then not tell me. Come on, what do you mean? I hug you in my sleep all the time. But I've never realized. What are you laughing about? That's news to me. That's quite a secret you've kept. I wasn't even aware I did that. I guess I miss you, even in my dreams, huh? Or maybe I was dreaming about hugging you. Steady on. Yeah, that's genuinely surprised me. I'm so sure that I'm a light sleeper. Any noise or movement or light and it wakes me right up. Unless it's me making all the noise, it seems. My sleep talking is not that bad. It's mostly me summing up my day and all the random things that I spoke about. Oh, expect to hear about this in tomorrow's edition. Gave me 24 hours to process it. You could try to record it. I've thought about it, but you know I'm a bit hesitant to do that. Babe, it's scary. You never know what you'll record. This old argument again. You should know better. The amount of times we've seen Constantine, you should know once you tap into the supernatural, it'll start tapping you back. We'll have to change our occupation to ghost hunters. That sounds kind of fun. You could travel the world and kick ghost butt. Why are you looking at me like that? If I'm silly, then so are you. We can be silly together for a bit longer. Brunch can wait.